Hi guys, tonight I'm going to read you a book about bees. Look at this fat bee here. Do you see him in my flowers? He showed up just in time. Look at him. He's making a buzzing sound. Where'd he go? There he is. Going to each little flower. Look at him working hard. Wanted to show you my pretty flowers. This is where the bees like to come. These flowers are called peonies. I just love them. They smell so good, like perfume too. They're like big fluffy balls. See, they're white and a little bit of pink on the edges. Oh, there's another bee. Look at them. There he is. Here's some more flowers I have. And weeds. I water my flowers every morning and every night. It's been so dry. So yeah, just wanted to show you the bumblebee before we read our story tonight. Hi guys. Tonight we're reading outside because we're going to read about bees, and it's cooler out tonight with some nice breeze. And this book is called Buzz Bee. Here's some vocabulary words that are going to be in the story tonight. Bees need to live. They need nectar, pollen, hive, and honey. And what do? They buzz, fly, eat, drink, and dance. Buzz bee. A bee flies in the air. It looks for a flower. There's a sweet treat in flowers. It's called nectar. The bee drinks. We saw a bee doing that tonight on our flowers. The bee eats pollen. Pollen. It gets pollen to take home. Do you see that there? It says bees carry pollen in a basket on their legs. Did you know that? No. See, there it goes with the basket. A bee's home is called a hive. Many bees live in the hive. You don't want to get near a beehive. That could be dangerous. Bees put pollen in the hive. They make honey from nectar too. It says once nectar becomes honey, bees put it in a honeycomb. Now there's food in the hive. Other bees can eat the pollen and honey. In a hive, a bee dances. The dance tells other bees where to find nectar. The bee moves from side to side. This is called a waggle dance. Did you know that bees dance? No. The bees fly out of the hive. They look for the nectar. There they go, back to work. They use the dance to find the right flower. Buzz bee. Nectar and pollen, what are they like? Nectar drips. It's sweet. See? Oh, look at his tongue. Pollen is made of tiny balls. It's like powder. Says, your turn. Think of a spot in the room. Do a waggle dance to tell your friends how to get there. Then switch roles. You do a bee dance. And then in our Bible tonight, we're reading from 1 Kings 3 and 4. a wise king. King David lived a long life. When he died, his son Solomon became king. Solomon believed in God as his father did before him. One night, God came to Solomon in a dream. God said, "Ask for anything you want, and I will give it to you." Solomon was just 20 years old. He knew that as king, he would have to make many choices. He asked God to make him wise and understanding so he could make the right choices and be a good ruler. God was pleased that Solomon had asked for this. He could have asked for a long life or to be rich. He told Solomon, "I will make you wiser than anyone who has ever lived." King Solomon became known for his great wisdom. People came to him from far and wide for help with their problems. One day, 2 women came to Solomon. One of the women held a baby. Each woman said that the baby belonged to her. Each said that the other had taken him away. Which woman was the real baby's mother? Which woman was the baby's real mother? Solomon didn't know. He had an idea of how to find out the truth. So he said, "Let's cut the baby in half. That way each of you can have part of him." One of the women said yes. Then neither of them would have the baby. But the other woman cried out, "Give the baby to her. Do not kill him." Solomon knew that this woman was the real mother, and so he gave the baby back to her. When the people heard the story, they knew their king was the wisest man in the world. Well, I hope you liked the story tonight and learning about the bees and seeing the pretty flowers. Good night.